People not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude was good.
Most fighters would party for a year if they beat Canelo Alvarez and won the biggest fight and money of their lives. After that, they'd buy yachts and homes and take a well-earned holiday. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, is not like most boxers. He is 38 years old, which is when most boxers think about quitting or taking easy money. But he has already started looking for a new goal, which has shocked everyone in the boxing world. He's not shaming another famous person to get rich. A killer that weighs 160 pounds is still being sought. A lot of people think this person can fight better than Canelo. It all began with a mistake. An alleged slip-up that no one in the boxing world thought was a mistake.
Crawford, if you don't, the old convention out there at Bogota, Colombia.
I'm here in Bogota, Colombia, celebrating the WBO's 38-year convention.
Put a pin in that. The WBO convention. Who's the middleweight WBO champion? Janibek. Let me just stop you guys from even thinking about it. Janibek is the unified WBO and IBF champion. Now, Terence Bud Crawford is at the damn convention.
Terence Crawford was in Bogota, Colombia for the 2025 WBO meeting, only a few weeks after defeating Canelo. Like any other popular person, he filmed the scene and put it on his Instagram story. As the WBO champions fought, he moved his camera across a big computer screen that showed pictures of them. First, a picture of Crawford himself showed up, praising the fact that he was the unbeaten super middleweight king. After a short time, the screen quickly changed to show the next winner. The WBO and IBF welterweight king Canelo was the center of attention. Crawford whipped the camera away quickly, as if he had just shown something wrong.
Slipped up bull jiving and leaked some shit. Bull jiving. Listen, I was born at night, not last night. Terence Crawford, for you to film that by accident, just trying to show your face, and then Janibek show you try to turn quick, brother, you blew it. Link.
The change happened so quickly, it was almost funny, and the movie looked funny. The internet went crazy right away. One thing was agreed upon by both boxing fans and professionals. But by chance told them what he was going to do next. The mistake wasn't easy to make because it was too specific, odd, and well done. If the hug caused the leak by mistake, the big event happened not long after. There was a new movie. It's clear that this one was meant to be. Crawford looked straight at the camera while raising his hand. He stopped making fun of her. He's outside taking pictures. Someone next to him says, "Hi, Janibek. We're looking for you. I need to find the 6th of December. What are you going to do?" But leans in close, eyes fixed on the lens, and says what everyone already knew to be true.
We're here next, looking for you. Looking for December 6th, how you gonna do it?
I got my eyes on you, Janibek.
It was a clear message to everyone. In this day and age of fighting, the target replied right away after we sent the message. This person, Janibek, didn't say much, but the violent video went worldwide. He just posted it on social media with the unsettling words "no problem." He put it up again. After the straight call-out video came out, this time it was a picture with the words "thank you, bro." The fight was no longer just a story. There was a flame.
Terence Bud Crawford accidentally leaked him versus Janibek. Now, we all know that Janibek has a fight coming up, I think in December against Lara. That's a hard fight. And that is going to be for unification because Lara is a WBA champion. So you got the WBO title, IBF title, and the WBA title all on the damn line. I'm pretty sure Terence Bud Crawford, with this leak, is looking forward to fighting the winner. And I think the WBO is leaning towards Janibek because that's their champion. It all makes sense to me. I think I got Lara winning that fight. But if he doesn't, I get it. Janibek, he's a tough cookie, undefeated, right? The Southpaw. I think they both Southpaws. Well, listen, correct me if I'm wrong. But Terence Bud Crawford in line to fight them. You know he fights once a year, all right? So he's going to let them hash it out in December, and he's going to go ahead and fight 2026. It is leaked. It's leaked.
Who is this person that the 4-pound king is interested in? Some people might not know much about Janibek Canelo if they aren't big fans. He is not a big name in pay-per-view. Not as many people know him as Canelo or Spence. Janibek, who is better known as Kazakh style, is one of the boxes that people try to avoid. But people who really enjoy the sport.
After news, hold up, boxing fans. The middleweight division just got spicy. Janibek the IBF and WBO champ, is calling out Terence Crawford. Yeah, you heard that right. Crawford's fresh off his win against Canelo, but Janibek's not impressed. He's ready to rumble if Crawford drops to 160. But here's the tea. Experts are saying this might be Crawford's toughest fight yet. Janibek's young, he's hungry, and he hits like a truck. Crawford's got options, but they're all...
His record is 17-0, with no losses and 12 brutal knockouts. He is a scary Kazakh southpaw fighter. He is the middleweight champion of both the WBO and the IBF. He doesn't just beat his opponents, he takes them apart. On boxing Reddit boards and among professionals, people only use one word to describe him: a banner.
Me some Crawford, man. Y'all already know what time it is. But hey, I gotta call a spade a damn spade. Janibek ain't nothing to mess with. He cold. Yeah, southpaw, you don't know much about him. That's fine. You ain't gotta know much about him. But I'm here to tell you. Speed, power, size, your IQ, defense, offense. Dude is cold, man. Footwork, angles, shoot, power in both hands. He a killer. That's what he is. He a damn killer, man, you know? So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy. Now, it might not be no marquee name and a name that the whole world will know, but everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness because he's a mega star now. He's the star now, right?
Janibek, don't get the wrong idea. He's not scared. He always comes out on top. 10 thinks he is in charge. In fact, he said something that made Crawford basically follow the line. I'll beat Karen, end it, and I'll get all 4 belts. He can now take his time getting ready for my fight. It's not a money grab to call this man out. This is not at all a low-risk checkup. A lot of people didn't understand why Undisputed would go after an unknown, dangerous monster. At this point, the big picture of the plan becomes clear. The reason for this fight is Craig is ready to play chess. This is the aha time when his real goal becomes very clear. Why would the 168-pound king but call out a 160-pounder? The date he gave us is the answer: December 6th. That night, Janibek will fight Ari Londila, the WBA middleweight champion, in a huge crossover fight. This is the key. 3 of the 4 big middleweight titles will go to the winner of that fight: the IBF, the WBO, and the WBA.
Crawford is going for 4-time undisputed. That is diabolical. That is unheard. 3-time undisputed is ridiculous, okay, for the men. But 4-time undisputed is just damn unheard of. The closest thing to that, and I'm talking about 4-time undisputed in 4 different weight classes. The closest thing to that would have to be, I would think, Manny Pacquiao being lineal champion in 5 divisions. And lineal and undisputed is kind of the same thing. I mean, as far as undisputed is collected on, lineal is the man who beat the man who beat the man. Many times, if you're undisputed, you beat the man, right? So, okay, how about this? Terence Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez, he beat the lineal champion who happens to be undisputed. The difference is when you collect all the titles, right? Like he did at 140. When you're collecting the titles, that's a bit different because now you're not just fighting the lineal champion, but you're fighting the top guys. Terence Bud Crawford doing that is honestly more diabolical than even Manny Pacquiao.
Crawford's plan has been found out. He's going to let Lara and Janibek fight. Then he'll challenge the winner and fight all 3 of them at the same time to win all 3 titles. There will only be one man left, and that is WBC winner Carlos Adams. It's not enough for Crawford to just win another belt. His goal is to be the first boxer in the history of 4 belts to be unbeatable in all 4 weight classes, whether they are male or female. It's important to him to find a pure, unchanging past.
60 to go 168, meaning that this guy I think he beats the winner between Lara and Janibek. And the next champion, the WBC champion, is Carlos Adames. And I think the toughest bout for Bud Crawford would be the winner between Lara and Janibek. He fights Carlos Adames. To me, I think that's an easier, no disrespect to Carlos Adames, but I think that's an easier win for.
This plan is both clever and almost crazy. Boxing experts have already warned of the dangers. You don't have to win for sure. A lot of professionals think this is a lie. People asked a well-known trainer named Andre Rozier about the possible fight. Rozier has worked with a number of world winners. He made it very clear. He said that Janibek would not make things easy for Crawford like Canelo Alvarez did. Take it all in.
See any of those guys, maybe particularly Janibek, because he had 3 belts, do you see him as a real threat to Terence Crawford?
Janibek is a tough guy, but he doesn't fight enough. He's not fighting enough. You gotta on those skills. I love how he fights. He's big, he's strong, he's precise. And I think he might be going to 168. So with all of that being said, hey, listen, we got some things on the table that could really pan out to be fantastic fights.
Do you think that Janibek would be Crawford's toughest fighter? Like tougher than Canelo, tougher than a few of the other guys?
I believe he honestly could be, and I think that he is big, strong, and poised, and that's going to be a problem.
The man who shocked everyone by beating a boxer of a higher weight class is being told that his next opponent will be even tougher. Rozier said Janibek would be a problem. January naturally weighs 160 pounds and is at the top of his game. His quick, strong southpaw style can make anyone have a bad time. This is not Crawford's last lap to win. He might be doing the most dangerous thing he's ever done at work. A fight for equal rights against a monster that everyone else has dodged. So why do it? If you have a perfect record, are the pound-for-pound king, and will leave a perfect legacy, why take a chance on a fight that won't bring in a lot of pay-per-view money? Craig knows the answer, but he's always been treated badly at work. He said it himself.
We're really going to give my full respect until afterwards. Yes, it's a lot of people that's changing their narrative. Like, man, y'all watching something great right now, and we not appreciating it. And it's sad to say that we waking up at the tail end of his career. We really didn't realize it until now, when he's like doing extraordinary stuff, like going up 2 weight classes to fight the best fighter in that division, the #1 guy that's the face of boxing, and the way that I handled that, people like, oh man, something had to be wrong. Canelo had to be washed, or Canelo just wasn't in it. I see people saying, oh, Turkey paid for Canelo to lose, so I just think, when you that much better than the competition, people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, I do.
Some people say that his rivals weren't even good when he won. The whispers didn't stop when Canelo was stopped.
When you look at it, it's still excuses. Like I said before the fight, every one of my biggest fights, I say, I'm gonna be prepared for the excuses. When you so great and you so much ahead of your competition, they look at the fighters that you fight and say they nobodies because how much you beat them by, or the level of skills that you oppose against them. So when I fight this guy, it's all he was a nobody. When I fight this guy, all he was washed. When I fight this guy, it's an excuse. So who you want me to fight? I beat this guy, it's an excuse. I beat this guy, he's too young or whatever. So
this next move is the last checkmate for everyone who is upset. That man was so great that no one will ever doubt how great he was again. So there is no money in this fight. Moving up a class helped him get better, and at 160, he faced the most feared and dodged opponents. Is it clear that they won their 4th title? Crawford is making it more likely that the record will never be broken. The trap is now ready.
Do you feel like you should just sell off into the sunset after this monumental
well,
win?
You know what? They made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Got 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
You think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge if you want to challenge yourself. Yeah, I don't mind.
The whole plan that Terence Crawford has been made public. He wants to leave behind something that can't be destroyed by anything. He decided to put himself in danger by calling out the Kazakh-style boogeyman and going after one of the most dangerous southpaws in the sport. He set the stage for things to happen. Does this, however, mean that he's about to be caught?
Last question. If Crawford was to go down there, beat Janibek, beat Carlos Adames, become an unprecedented 4th division undisputed champion, where exactly would that put him in history?
Right up there with the very best. Honestly, right up there with the very best.
The show for today is over. Feel free to like, follow, and click the bell icon if you liked it. That way, you won't miss our next video. Don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts as well. Stay tuned, and we'll see you at the next show.